Okay, I'm going to start a 3D model Blender project for the B165 Ishikara class Japanese battle cruiser. This ship was made to counter the Alaskas, which is kind of ironic because the Americans basically created the Alaskas to counter these ships that they had heard the Japanese wanted to build. These ships were reported to be, the design was going to look like a smaller scale version of the Yamatos. This is a picture I got off the internet of it. What I don't like is the hull has kind of an older style. The top's modernized, but the bottom is not. So I'm going to doctor this picture a little bit. Let's go. No, I don't want that. I want an image. I want to open as layers. I need to find this thing. It's should already had this in here. I forget what it's called. Might have to minimize this right quick. Where did I go into my alternate ships? Nope, that ain't it. Here it is, alternate ship book. Okay, let me find this picture right quick so I can see what it's called. Here it is, I think. Nope, this was the, somebody did this with, oh, I forget what it's called. It's a Microsoft Word program, but they actually make pictures with it. But this has more of the nose, and I could use this, but I don't really want that one. I got a better one. Okay. Here it is, OZ. There it is. Okay, so this is somebody else's interpretation of it. It's interesting. I like the front end. I like the way they simulated the armor plate and stuff. What I don't like is its slope. I think they would have just left that flush. I don't really believe they would have sloped that down, even though they have a slope on the Yamato, which the Yamato and the Musashi seem to be the only two ships that slope their front down somewhat to their main deck. So this is what we want, OZB. So we'll go back into Gimp and open as layers. Okay, full class, OZB, here we go. Whoa, and this one's way bigger than the other picture, so we need to scale that. Oops, what I forgot to do is, they're gonna messed up here. Let's hit Control Z, yes, good. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's open as layers. Okay, we need to scale, but we need to Okay, we need scale. Here we go. We need to open this up because there, we need to clip that little chain there. And then we can scale it this way, and it'll scale evenly. Set this opacity down some. Okay, we're still way big here because we got this other one behind it. So we're still on this level. Scale this thing some more. That didn't seem like it didn't. Oh, I see why I didn't. I tell you why it did that. It didn't hit the scale button. Let's scale it to about. Let's try about there. There we go. Now let's move this thing. See if we can match it up. And it's still too big compared to this one, so scale it some more. Let's try that scale. Let's move it. What I want to do here is I basically want to somewhat match these ships up. And scale a little more. Let's try that. Okay, we're dialing it in a little closer now. If you notice, the two parts of the ship don't really match. They're similar, but they're drawn from different sources. So what I'm wanting to do here is we're going to hide this for a minute. We're going to take this box here, and we're going to come across like this. Actually, I don't want to totally cut that off either. What I want to do and we're going to delete that. Okay. There we go. Select none. Select none. Gets rid of your scale thingy. Okay. Let's bring this picture back in here. Let's look at this over the top of it. Let's set our opacity back up. Okay, let's move it. Let's move it, just a hair. Okay, now the problem also with this thing is that whoever drew the first ship drew it way more shallow than the second one. So another thing, what I'd kind of like to do, I want to duplicate this. And I want to move it down here. And we're going to come back to this one, and we're going to move this one. We're going to take this one actually, and we're going to do this. We're going to cut this nose off. And we're going to delete it. And you can see how that makes problems. Select none. Okay, so let's move this. Let's move this. And we're going to scale this again, scale it. Except for this time we're going to go up a little bit. Scale. Okay. And we're going to move it back. We're going to come down until we hit water line here. There we go. See, the problem here is that they made this hole way too deep compared to the other one. Okay. What we almost need to do is I don't know if I need to just scale it to make it shorter. Or if we're just, yeah, let's scale this puppy some more. Let's go 4 clicks. Let's go move. Might have went too many. Yeah, I think I went too many. Okay, so I got an idea what we're going to do here. We're going to do this. We're going to duplicate this layer. And then we're going to take our nice little box tool here. We're going to go, we're going to cut off this front end, delete, select none, okay. And we're going to take this movement piece here and we're going to move this back end without moving the front end. There you go. Click on this picture. See there? Just lengthened the little mid area here, but okay, now we're going to screw this up because we're going to bring this back all the way to the top. Okay. Now we're going to hide. And then on this thing, we're going to get rid of this whole, we're going to get rid of this whole thing here for a minute here. We're going to get rid of, select none. We're going to get rid of this bottom right to there. And we're going to delete that puppy, and then we're going to select none again. And then we're going to eyeball, eyeball, eyeball. Okay, now we want to come to this top layer here. And actually, we want to move it down one. Okay, but we're going to stay on this level, and then we're going to move this. Okay. We're going to break one. Looky there. Nice, nice, nice. One more that we could probably zoom in, but that's okay. I think that is, I want to bring in my cutting board again. We're going to clip just there we go. Select none. Okay, that way it more or less looks like it's believable. So using the bottom of one ship and the top of the other ship, and then the top view, of course, you can't see that bulge underneath it and stuff. This is more or less what I believe, you know, and since I haven't actually, I don't know if they actually did make blueprints for this ship, or if they just had design outlines, you know, like the plans or line drawings, then these plans that I'm working off of, from what I understand or what I know, are conjecture. Let's select this one. Okay, now what I can do is I can save this. Let's save as. Let's save it in. Actually, it's in the alt ship book. Okay, let's just save it in here for now. Let's save it. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to. It's saving as XCF, which. Let's try this again. Save it as. Here we go. This is where I messed up. I want to save it as a JPEG. I should save it as a PNG, because sometimes the PNGs. Oh, that's going to overwrite it though. No, what we want to do is we want to give it a different name. I tell you what we'll do too. We'll call it B165 Ishikara JPEG. And we'll save it. You can use this dialog to save Gimp. Given cannot be used for saving. Oh, I think I remember that. Let's go to 100 and show that, and that's export. Okay, well, let's see if it's there. Okay, so we should be able to scroll back in here and come to the B's, B165 Ishikara JPG. There we go. That's my picture. Okay. So now that we did that, and I could actually close those. Nice. Nice, nice. I like that. That came out good enough for what we're wanting to do. Okay, let's open Blender. Because I had actually already started this program, but I wanted people to see it from the beginning. We're running at 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep these under 30, so I need to go about 28, give or take. So I got time to put in my intro. Why is my Blender not opening? Open. There we go. Must have just single-clicked it. So I'll kind of show you what I did already was, what I did is I used both pictures. And using both pictures, what I did, 3, 1, which I more or less got the same result, but what I didn't do, or what I didn't like, is that the cone shape didn't quite come out exactly how I wanted it, but sometimes you wasn't trying to do that. Come on, I hit control, but I must not have pushed it hard enough. Okay, so anyways, what I started doing was I started working on this lower section. And to show you how to make this kind of unique shape, because this is, when I find when doing hulls, this is probably one of the hardest part of doing a hull. I usually start a hull from the bottom front, and I usually use a globe, and then I get rid of the parts I don't need, but I usually don't have this shape. This shape is interesting because they used it on the Musashi and the Yamato, and America did something similar on the Iowa classes, but it wasn't quite as extreme. The Japanese kind of stumbled upon this. This actually really helped the ship have a lot of less water resistance and stuff. And you see this shape now on modern aircraft carriers and oil tankers and stuff. So the Japanese actually stumbled on this pretty early. Okay, so what I want to do, yeah, because I'll save that where it is. Because I actually want a new, this is my default. This is a Japanese airplane I'm working on. Actually, that isn't even the last save. So let's go File, let's go New. Yes, okay. Oh, okay. It's not having it. I need to reset my default, or I need to basically and usually when I'm 3D modeling, I don't have cameras and stuff. Okay, so I do want to skew this a bit. Okay, so what I want to do is yeah, we're in object mode. I want to add images plane. Then I need to remember where I put this. I put this in. Let's go to desktop. Let's go to alternate shipbook. And we need to go to B165 Ishikara JPG right there. There we go. Let's go to 7. Let's make sure we're north of. It's weird. It's coming up as a material. That's funny. Alrighty, I screwed up. I don't know exactly what I did here, but Oh, because I should have come as an image. There we go. Come here. I'm gonna actually delete this. Okay, let's click on this again. Okay. Alrighty, where's my image, guys? Go to camera. This is funny. Well, I'm going to cut this off here, and then we'll work on this in the next video so that these don't become exceedingly long. And we'll see you there.